Well, it's just gone 5 to 12 on a Friday and I've just got myself settled in back in the Wyre Forest for the first time in 2024. Feels great to be here. I'm currently the only angler present, but I expect one or two to turn up a bit later on today as they finish work for the weekend. Oh, it feels great to be back. The place is looking as beautiful as ever. Into spring now, and yeah, it's starting to take shape again. Real picturesque venue, this one. Well off the beaten track. Proper solitude. It's just started to rain again. We had a bit of rain, or quite a heavy downpour for about 2, maybe 3 hours this morning. The rain's supposed to ease off as the day goes on. So as you can imagine, it's cloudy, overcast, but for the time of the year it's quite mild. So we've got 2 rods on that far margin, both on my ever faithful twisted multi-rig, yellow pop-ups over the new citrus. Got around about 7 hours fishing ahead of me. Fingers crossed we get some action. I think my last session on this water was back in October last year, so it's been a while. Right, I'm going to pop that kettle on, watch that water, and hopefully I'll have some updates for you throughout the session. Well, it's just gone 1:15. I'm sitting here under the brolly eating my lunch. I thought I saw a bit of a vortex on the surface, right in the corner where that snaggy area is. Commons just leapt straight out the water, and then seconds later, big fat mirror. Oh gee, looks well carpet, doesn't it? I'll keep me eye on that area. Right, let's get back to it. Well, it's just gone 2 o'clock, and not long after I was telling you about those shows, after switching the camera off, 2 more are showed in that area, and a few more around the corner to my right near the dam wall. So that's enough for me. So I've whipped in the left hand rod, and I've left a rod on that far margin because that's a spot that, if it does produce, is normally around about tea time. And now the right hander is in the area where I've seen fish show. There's a little bit of fizzing over there whilst I'm talking to you now, so yeah, and a bit of fizzing right over the spot where the rod's gone, so fingers crossed something happens. But it's reassuring anyway to know that I'm on fish, or at least they're in the area, so yeah. I'm going to stop waffling on, sit back and yeah, keep everything crossed. Well, I've just gone 3:25. I've had a few bleeps on that rod which I moved. I've just been having a rattle to 2 lads who've turned up for I think the weekend. And they asked me if I was fishing towards that snag. I returned with the question, I've never seen that before, and have they actually planted any trees? I've just been informed that towards the end of October, which was the last time I was on this lake, that there was a landslide and all the bank on that far side has collapsed, resulting in all that lot ending up in the lake. And at the moment it's creating a bit of a fish magnet because yeah, there's still fish rolling out there. So when things start to improve and we get a consistent spell of dry weather, that'll be coming out. Which is a good thing because yeah, we don't want all the fish locked up in one swim. We want to give all the lads a chance to catch them from every spot or every swim on the lake. Still lovely and sunny, Really, really warm. Been cooking under this brolly. So as we tick along to 4 o'clock and towards tea time, if anything's going to happen, I think that's going to be about the best time. I just thought I'd update you regards that snag. Just made myself a nice bottle of squash up, so I'm going to sit back, sip away at that, and keep my eyes locked on them spots. Afternoon, it's just gone 12:15 on a Wednesday, and I've just got myself settled in for another day session on my Wyre Forest Syndicate. Sadly, last Friday's session ended in a blank. One of the members did 48 hours over the weekend and he only managed a small double. I think that was on the Sunday morning, so it hasn't fished particularly well over the weekend. As always on arrival, I had a good look round and I've decided to jump in one swim down from the one I fished on Friday, and I've got a rod back on that snaggy area. Real tight clutch because I'm fishing really tight to it, so if it goes I've got to be on that rod in a flash and hopefully get it away from the snag. And the left-hander is on the far margin, roughly in the area where I was fishing last week. And since I've been here, I've seen nothing but fizzing. It could be bream, obviously, but fingers crossed it's a few carp. Weather-wise, it's around about 11-12 degrees. Currently got blue skies with white fluffy clouds. I think it's going to cloud over, according to the Met Office, a bit later on this afternoon. Wind's trickling from the left to right into this corner, so yeah, I didn't really have anything to go on, to be honest, when I had a walk round, apart from seeing that fizzing. But I always like to, yeah, if there's a wind blowing into a corner, yeah, I do like that. Might sound a bit nasal, suffering with another cold, well, hopefully just getting over one. It's the first day in about 5 days that I've actually felt human. Yeah, it's proper knocked the stuffing out of me. Again, this one. But, hey ho. Back out here, we're doing it, and yeah, fingers crossed. Something happens today and one of them rattles off, and I'll have a carp to show you in front of the camera. Right, as always, I'm going to put that kettle on and hopefully have some updates throughout the duration of the session, which is about 7 hours long today. So yeah, we've got some time to hopefully make something happen. I've just gone up to 5 to 2 and I thought I'd give you a quick update. So since the last update, minutes after switching the camera off, and for about 50 minutes maybe to an hour, I've been having single bleeps and a little slight drop in the bobbin. And then around about 5 minutes ago, the far margin where that right hand rod's fished towards that snag absolutely erupted, and a beautiful mirror hook right over the spot. I've also had a mirror to my right on the dam wall show a couple of times, so there's definitely fish about. Plenty of fizzing still on both spots. So it's encouraging, but as yet, no pickup. Right, keep watching and fingers crossed. Whew, just catch my breath. It's just gone 20 past 2, and in the last update I said a good fish had showed over that right hand rod. I was getting single bleeps which I thought were liners, and within minutes of turning the camera off, that rod absolutely steamed off. As I previously said, I got a tight clutch on that rod towards that spot. Real tussle, but managed to get it in the open water. But what a scrap. Took me right towards the dam, right down the margin. Give absolutely everything under the rod tip, and finally I slipped it over the net cord and it's in the bag. I've had a quick look, it is a beautiful mirror, and it's, yeah, guesstimation it's £20 plus, but as always, who cares on the weight. First fish on the new citrus. Oh, absolutely chuffed. So gonna go and get the unlucky mat sorted now, refresh bucket and get it in front of the camera. Right, just check this fish over. It's in absolutely immaculate condition. I haven't weighed it yet. As I said previously, I would say it's around about £20, maybe a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Just about to get me head in. He's even put his dorsal up. Oh, absolutely love carp fishing when it all comes right. This fish feels absolutely solid. Right, I'll get it weighed and I'll tell you what it weighed later. Fantastic. Just gone 20 to 4. I've got myself sorted again and the rod's back out in the spot. Pretty much since it's been back out there, I've been getting single bleeps again. I can see loads of fizzing all over this little bay here to my right and where the rod is. Haven't seen anything else show since the rod's been back out, but yeah, I'm convinced that there's fish still in the area, and I've got just over 3 hours of the session left, so you never know, could be in for one more. And we are approaching a very good time for a bite on this lake. 4 o'clock till about 6 o'clock. Yeah, I've done quite well on here around about that time, so yeah, fingers crossed. Going back to that mirror, it was absolutely immaculate condition. There was a small tear on its mouth which I treated before it got returned, and it was absolutely solid. Incidentally, that fish weighed at £20 on the dot. So yeah, it went 22 on the scales, £2 minus off for the retainer sling or waist sling. So a 20. So a nice little result. It's gone absolutely lovely now. That wind's still trickling nicely to my right from the left. I did say, as I said earlier, it was going to cloud over this afternoon, but yeah, I've currently got plenty of sunshine. I've still got blue skies and white fluffy clouds. Right, I'm going to sit back and keep watching again. And who knows, as I said, could be lucky and bag one more.